hospital. I said, okay. And I walked in, and there were 2 people dead from homicide in the ICU ward, right next to where Richard was. And I kept myself level-headed. I kept myself there and good. As good as I could, I should say. Still messed me up. And we got a 911 call up north that there was some shit going down. So me and Slacks started driving up north, and he said, hey, Flop, why don't you stay back, stay at the hospital, try collecting victim statements when they get down. I said, okay. So I waited at the hospital, and one of the victims was there. He got out of the bed and talking with him. And I asked a cadet who was there to stay put with the person in surgery.
Okay.
And the guy was really worried about his friend. And I said, don't worry. She's getting surgery. She'll be taken care of. You'll be able to go see her as soon as they're all taken care of. I just got to get your statement real quick. So I started getting the guy's statement, getting all the info that I needed. And while I was doing that and he was talking, I heard on radio, what do you mean? What do you mean there's another one? And the cadet got on radio and said, Chastity passed away.
Wait.
Yes.
Like Sanders.
Chastity, like our receptionist, Chastity. And before that, Archie Archer, and before that, DeMarco.
Wait, what the fuck? I did not even know that.
Yeah. And what was even worse was I was trying to find a way to handle just being in the ICU ward. And Slacks got on radio and proceeded to tell me that I had to take the case for Chastity. Because we were so slim on units and he needed somebody who he could trust, and I had just taken the job with CIB. And I told them that my expertise was homicide. And I said, okay. I told the guy, I said, if you're going to be around, stay at the hospital, speak with the doctor. They'll talk with you about some updates as to what's going on. And I walked over to the cafeteria. I didn't walk in, but that little cubby next to the cafeteria. And for the first time in my career, I sat on the floor and proceeded to cry.
No, Flop.
So I wiped tears, saw Chastity, took photos, got evidence, and drove to the PD to go 42. And if you wouldn't believe it, while trying to do that, I got a call from Dr. Bordier.
Is that a CMC doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's spelled Bordier, but it's pronounced Bordier. She's
Okay.
she's lovely, but she asked me if I was good. I said no. She's like, well, I don't want to startle you. I said, but they're okay. They're alive. But Tessa Lamb is in the ICU, and you're one of her emergency contacts.
Hello?
Yeah.
I don't know what sick, twisted reality we're in, but I'm sorry.
It's all good. I went down and I saw um, Tessa, and I then proceeded to uh, go to the meeting. That's a lie, actually. I came back after the meeting was over. Had a brief conversation with Maple. Kind of gave him the gist as to what's going on. He told me that he told Sky because he heard from Etta, who I was talking to about everything. And that's when I told Sky. And I don't know. I never failed to do my job. I never gave up. But that was the first. And that was something. And then to hear that Richard may not even know who I am, messed me up too. So
Yeah. But, Flop, do you feel like you failed?
I think in the moment, yeah. I don't think as an officer though. But I think that was a wake-up call a little bit. And no one has really stepped up to discuss Dark and his condition. So I don't know. I've opted to maybe spend some time at home and help him out when he's out.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't know. It's just also hard.
Bro, I fucking hate this shit, man.
Never,
Goddamn.
again, like I said, I don't think I ever saw
Don't say it. Don't say it.
a
I'm fighting
world where
these.
we wouldn't be doing it together. So, really odd to wrap my head around. I mean, you could blame it on timing or you could blame it on growth, but I definitely didn't see this one coming. And I would be lying if I said I didn't hate it. I definitely do hate it. Ugh.
I know.
Does Matt even know?
No. Don't kill me. Please, God, don't kill me for that. I know he gonna kill me himself. I haven't had a chance to see him. So. And when I asked Matt if he checked on his husband, he said no, he hasn't been able to get to the ICU. So he doesn't even know Richard's condition right now.
Oh my god. I'm curious though. Why didn't you opt for something like an LOA or like an indefinite LOA? Again, this goes back to my whole thing of like, you really think that
Hmm.
there's not a place for you anymore? Or
It's not that there's not a place for me here. Um, I'm trying to think of a good way to word this because I don't want this to come out wrong because it's not meant to come out
no,
wrong.
you're fine. I mean, I don't know. I just bring it up in the sense of because Flop will fight for you. We would. I want to. I would, again, hate to see you go.
I know.
I think we'd all fight for you.
Yeah. I think you all would. And I know you are. Um, every time I've been on duty recently, it's been harder. But I don't think that's anyone's fault. I'm almost certain that that's me. I think that's um my problem. And I think they're personal. And I don't think having the job is helping me. Because a lot of us, including me, have used the job as a scapegoat. And I don't want to use this as an excuse to not be there for my family. And if I know it's there at a moment's notice, I feel like I'm going to use it. And I think the healthiest thing for me right now is to walk away from it and come back when I'm happier, I think, when I feel ready. Because I'm not at my best right now. And I'd rather that not reflect my employment. So I'm
No,
content with this choice.
I understand.
I've given this a lot of thought. This wasn't a freak, like, spur of the moment. Um, I promise I'm not going anywhere.
But
I just,
I would,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I still hate it,
I do too.
but you deserve happiness. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I hope you find it.
I think I will. I definitely think I will. I think it'll take me time. And who knows, it may bring me back right here. But I think the step away is the best thing that I could do. At least for now. I do hope you know that this has nothing to do with the PD. I mean, you and I both know that This place has its problems, but nothing we're not
It
used to.
does. I mean, yeah. I was just speaking to Sky about it. I mean, I don't think uh we're blind to the fact that the cards were a little stacked against us this time around. So
Yeah, I think where we are now is where we should have been a long time ago. But that's not a deciding factor for my decision.
yeah.
Considering the cards we were dealt, um, we continue to make the most of it. So, and this shit sucks. This shit fucking sucks.
Oh my goodness. So when is your last day?
The 25th. So 2 weeks.
Okay.
Don't hate me, okay? Please
I
don't.
don't hate you, Flop. But honestly, I think I envy the audacity to actually do something like this. But it does worry me a little for you.
I know. It's worried a lot of
Uh,
people.
Again, like you said, we're not blind to our issues, but also not blind to the security that a job like this gives us. Like, the city is crazy. It's insane. It's dangerous. It's all of the above. I think it just scares me a little to think that you would be out there on your own, but in the same breath, us in this job almost puts us in even more danger than not. So maybe it is better. I'm not too sure.
I think it depends on how you view it. We don't show up to calls because we were asked to come hang out. We show up to calls because we need to resolve a problem. We're definitely at risk. There's a lot of job security here. And, I don't know. I don't know what's out there for me. Right now, it's, family and, home. So,
That's all that matters, right?
always has. And at least for me, it always will.
I still want to kill you just a little bit.
You know what? If you didn't, Lucas, I would question your sanity. To be
You think
fair,
so?
if you were just like, "No, it's okay, Flop, you go," and you walked away,
You're
I would,
never gonna get that
I
reaction.
would fucking freak.
I think that's when you know that maybe you need to take me with you, okay?
Listen,
That would be terrifying.
all I'm saying is, if we ever find ourselves at that point, holy shit, holy fuck, I'm sleeping with one eye open. I'm sleeping in a fucking tent away from you. I'm no
Yeah.
batteries, no electronics.
Yeah, that would be a little freaky. You're not wrong.
We do have 2 weeks though, and I do want to ride with you at some point on one of those days. So
I would love to.
yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not saying goodbye to you.
You better not.
Just to see you later.
Of course.
Let's get back out there, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. God damn it. These conversations never get easier.
Never, never.
Why can't we wake up at the bus station anymore?
Ugh.
Sorry, is it
I
too
was gonna
soon?
say this walk is kind of crazy,
I feel
huh?
nostalgic
Like
as fuck right now.
it's insane.
I feel like I went back 5 years. This alley hasn't changed at all. The same homeless people are still here.
It's crazy. No, I would do anything to wake up at the fucking bus station.
Listen, every once in a while, it's like, listen, I don't mind taking a nice drive to work, but sometimes it's like, man, I
No,
just
seriously,
want
I'll
to
take the
walk to
bus.
work.
I'll walk.
Oh, I almost said Alta Street. The fucking Palomino apartments. No, even those are far. I still get a rental over there.
Oh, holy fuck.
Sergeant ain't catching a break.
I'll see you later, Flop, okay?
I'll talk to you soon, Lucas. God damn it, Lucas. Ugh. Who's next in line? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go grab water. Give me a second. Man, fuck these emotional terrorists. These fucking... These bozos. All right. Dude, I was fighting the final boss of Elden Ring on that talk. God damn. Lady ain't got shit on Lavender. Oh, that's scary. Scarier when he's quiet, let me tell you. Quick Z. Thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Why doesn't this get any easier? I don't get it. I think Flop's got to go off duty and talk to Snow anyway, so I'm tweeting. So, some context. Flop emailed Snow because I don't know Jackie, Snow, or what Snow does with his schedule with Snow and everybody. So Flop and Jackie are gonna have a conversation. So great. Well, good to see you. RP is never easy. Man, you know what it is? It's like, I don't know. You would think like it gets easier, or I start to find a way to like approach it. This shit sucks. Oh man, I'll be good. I think. Thank you again, Twixie. I appreciate it. Shit, dude. I'm gonna do this. Oh fuck, bro, go get your gun. Yeah. Oop. Shit. The last time you forgot your gun, dude, the fact that I forgot to grab Flop's gun the day that Miguel kidnapped him was the luckiest mistake I've ever made. Holy fuck. Not saying that would have changed anything, but like, Flop don't have a good track record with this whole, like, you know,
Hello?
Snow?
Hello, Flop. How are you?
Boy, it's been hard, I'll tell you.
Yeah? I got
Yeah.
your text. You want to meet up?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Whereabouts do you want to meet? I'm off duty right now.
Well, you're off to. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, wherever really.
Whereabouts are you? I'll swing by you.
I'm in Mirror Park at the moment, so we should go somewhere else.
Yeah, do you know about that?
Know about what?
Yeah, I don't think I'm welcome to Mirror Park.
All right. Well, I mean, we can meet wherever, really. It's up to you.
Let me think. If you're at Mirror Park, I'm over at, like, by CMC. I can meet you like.
Let's go to the old ranger station.
Yeah,
I've been up
fuck
there in
it.
fucking ages.
Yeah, why not? They have that shit boarded up still. I don't know the last time you've been, but they got shit. It's blocked off. They got nothing over there.
All right. Well,
We'll go anyway.
that's
Fuck
all right.
it.
All right. I'll see you soon. I'll be there in a minute.
Sounds good. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ah, man. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Flop wants to talk to Snow. That's gotta be Snow. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but it sounds loud. Holy shit.
Hello.
Good to see you. Look at you.
You too. Yeah, you're looking good, man.
Yeah,
What's
you
going
as
on?
well. Aging like fine wine.
Don't know about that. I'm falling apart, mate.
I don't know. You look like you're aging well. I mean, come on. I will say I heard something loud and I said to myself, I said, if that ain't Snow, I don't know who it is. And you came around the corner.
Yeah. My other car's being used right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Legal stuff?
Illegal? Is that, do you think, who do you think I am nowadays, Flop? Let's just get out of the way real quick.
After talking with my husband, enough to know that I wanted to have a conversation with you. I'm not a cop anymore.
Oh.
For the next 2 weeks, I have put in my leave, and I don't plan on returning back to the PD.
Wow. What led you to that decision?
Oh shit, a lot. Well, for starters, the reason I'm not welcome to Mirror Park, I think, is do you mind if I smoke? Do you want a cigarette?
I'd love a cigarette. I actually forgot to buy a pack before I came up.
Oh, well, in that case, fuck. I have half a pack you can have here.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
That's extremely nice of you.
I'm just gonna come off with the rip and say that this is a long story, and instead of giving you every little bit of detail, I'm gonna do my best to shorten this in the spots that I can.
Okay.
We'll start with what happened. TLDR. I was kidnapped by Hydra, which is what it is. I guess they have some beef with the PD, and I was the off-duty lucky bird to find myself in that situation. So I'm okay with that. That happened. Fucked up my neck, as you can see. Left a good mark. They fed me to a mountain lion, but
that's different.
yeah. Well, they told me that the best version of myself was when I was a park ranger. Like there was a little cliche kind of twist on that, but
And who said that to you?
God, that I don't know. They had a mask on. I could tell you who I think it was, but I'm not gonna sit here.
We ain't the fucking court of law or cops anymore.
Yeah.
Who do you think it was?
I think it was Miguel.
Okay.
I haven't really said anything, to be honest, but yeah. So pretty much what happened was they nabbed me and pretty much said that this was Denzel's fault, and I was like, well, let me be the bridge, let me be the line of communication, let me try and make something right out of this. And they pretty much said that we're past that point. So moving past, I was in the ICU for a few days. I apparently had died and was brought back during the process. A lot happened. But took a few days off from work. A couple days later, I said I'm ready to go back. And before I could even get the uniform on, I got a phone call that Richard Dark was in the ICU with a double lung puncture and was out of oxygen for minimum 5 minutes and may have permanent brain damage. And was pretty much told that my father may never know me again. So that fucked me up. Took another day off.
Jesus.
Oh, but it keeps going. I waited another day. Yesterday I went on duty, dispatch 225, 1041. Immediately got a call from Maeve. And Maeve told me that I should come down to the hospital and help her. And I said, okay. I recently got invited back into doing detective work, which I'll be honest with you, they're going to hate to find out that that's going to be a short-lived career.
Detective work in this city?
Don't get me.
Okay.
Don't get me started.
Well, I know about that all too well.
Oh God. I'd love to ask maybe whether you trust me now to talk about it or maybe a later conversation. That's up to you. But
I mean, you can talk about whatever you want.
I'm not saying anything. I'm past my point. So I'm just giving you my story. But I went to the hospital and as of yesterday, 2 people died. And it was 2 people, homicides, not related. And I had to go around and talk to the victims and hearing everybody break down. And I had to walk past Richard's room a few times and I had to see my father, again, laying on his hospital bed, intubated, knowing that he may never breathe on his own again. And that messed me up. We then got another call that there was some shit that popped off up north. So I hopped in my car, started jetting up, and one of the officers that was also going up said, hey, Flop, why don't you stay at the hospital and get victim statements when it happens? When they come down. I said, okay. So I stayed at the hospital again. When one of the victims got medical, they were worried about their friends. And I said, listen, don't worry. Your friends are getting surgery. All is fine. I had a cadet stay with the person in surgery. All of a sudden I heard someone on radio go, I'm sorry, what? What the fuck do you mean there was another? And the cadet got on radio and said, it's come to my attention that there was a death related to the crime, which in 3rd in a row, week off duty, trying to ground myself, another person died. 3 homicides in the course of about 2.5 hours. And
I had know those people that died.
Yeah, I knew 2 of them. I didn't know the one.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good. I appreciate it. I worked with one sort of. They were our receptionist for a while, so I got to get to know her a little bit. The other one was Archie Archer. I don't know if you know Archie.
Yeah, not very well, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, he passed. And the other guy, I don't even remember the guy's name, to be honest. I didn't know him. What bothered me though was that I had to speak to all the people that did know him. And I told this guy, now I couldn't tell him flat out, hey, by the way, your friend's fucked, right? I couldn't do it. And I said, you may want to go talk to the doctor. They'll give you information. And I walked over. Do you know in CMC where cafeteria is? There's that little cubby like on the right.
Yeah.
I walked over there, and for the first time in my entire professional career, laid on the floor and fucking cried. I sobbed for what had to be 5 minutes, but felt like 5 hours. And I've never been at a point in my life where I did that. And I wiped my tears, went over, finished, assisting autopsy and all that other stuff. And I said, I can't do this right now. I shouldn't have come back today. Driving back to MRPD to put up my stuff again. I receive a call from Dr. Bordier. Nice doctor. She's good. But she called and said, how you doing? I said, it's one of those days. She goes, well, they're alive. But Tessa Lam is in the ICU and you're on her emergency contact list. I practically have lived in that ICU the last week and a half. And then I had to go stand over my fucking game warden and wonder if she was going to pull through. Some weather came in, missed our little meeting. And I walked into the PD and I pulled Sky aside and I said, this is what's going on. And I gave her the full spiel, the full story. And the main point that I told her, and I saved this part of the story for the end so that maybe you can understand to some degree. Richard obviously means a lot to me. My family means a lot to me. The people I know and the people I love mean more than literally anything. When Hydra kidnapped me, I was scared. But I wasn't scared of the actual kidnapping. And I wasn't really scared of the conversation that was being had. The moment it scared the shit out of me was knowing that, number one, I'm lucky to walk away without a bullet in my head. I was one of very, very, very... I was the only officer out of a few who didn't get shot. But two, what scared the shit out of me, Snow, was the thought that I was about to die for a war that I had no involvement in or even any knowledge of. I had taken so many days away. I didn't even know the Hydra stuff had kicked off. And now I was standing here wondering to myself, is this what's going to happen? I'm going to be told that this is everything wrong with everything. And it's this person's fault. And now I'm about to die for someone else's cause. And when I heard about Richard, and I heard that Richard may never get to know his family again, I haven't heard anybody in my family exactly, quote unquote, step up. People I'm sure are ready to all hands on deck it, but I said I can't help myself but think that my family is my priority, and without the people that I know and the people that I've known, it's really all I have going for me anymore. It's really the only thing that's made me happy. So I told Sky that I'm formally submitting my 2 weeks notice. And the main point I told her was I was given a second chance at life. The fact that I walked away without a gunshot in my skull may have been the luckiest thing to happen to me. And since I came out of that ICU room, I haven't looked at it the same. I haven't looked at the job the same. I can't even walk into the hospital without feeling a certain way. And I'll be honest, if I was the one having to lead a scene and a fucking officer told me that they can't walk into the hospital, I would turn around and say, what the fuck do you mean? And thinking about that and thinking about where I'm at with my life, the last thing I want is my face to be put up on the whiteboard for a couple weeks in memory of. I don't have any spite to the PD. I don't hate the PD. There's a lot of
I
things
find
I
that
hate.
interesting that you don't.
There's a lot of things I hate about it. Flat out. There are
Is it
definitely.
not PD that caused Hydra to do what they did?
Yeah. There's things I hate.
Was it PD that didn't help Richard properly?
Huh. Yeah, actually. I mean, there's things I hate. I love the
I'll
job.
be honest with you, Flop. I don't think this current PD deserves any of the old officers from back in the day, especially those from state.
I came to terms with that, and I had a lot of hard conversations with Lucas and Sky and people. I mean, shit, Pinzone. I had really good conversations with these people these last few days, but I won't lie. The ones that have fucked me up the most are the ones that have known me from those days. Those are the people who know me, right? I would even go as far as to say you know me better than a lot of the people at the PD.
I do know you pretty well.
Granted, it's been a while since we've seen each other, but
Well, that's on me, not really on you.
nah. Listen, phone call's a two-way street, and I haven't given the effort myself, so.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to distance myself from PD a fair bit. I'll tell you something. You know, I guess this gives you an idea of who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I was, what I've done, where I've been, etc.
Professionally,
You hear
yes.
about a racing tournament fairly recently?
Something about it, yeah. Sort of, kind of, not really, to be honest. I know, so the only thing I heard was earlier today I had a conversation with somebody who trusts that I'm not going around saying shit, and I promise you I'm not. But they told me that there's some night races that are going on, but it's the only thing
I have
that's...
nothing to do with that shit.
Oh, this is something else.
Yeah. There was some races that were sponsored by someone, and I was one of the people that was organizing them.
Okay. Was it I'm assuming it had to be a success. I mean, I didn't hear about it, and if it was
See my car? You see me in prison? You see my record?
I haven't checked your record, but I can imagine
isn't one.
it went pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I do trust you with that. There's not many people that know that. Well, never mind. I won't reveal that, but there's not many people that do know that. So please keep that to yourself, because if you don't, I'll find out about it.
You know, I'll take that to my grave. I have no interest. Do you know what I did before I ever joined the PD?
I know you know who Eddie Marshall used to be.
Yeah.
Done that for a long time.
You never called me out on it?
Didn't want to.
It's funny. I waited. And I fucking waited. For anybody to call me out on it. It was probably one of my most kept secrets in the PD.
I had to catch him in a specific way. Maybe that was because of my ego as well. but also it was mainly because I wanted to destroy his. Never worked out. Biggest failure of my career, I would say. But, you know, we live and we learn.
Sure. I used
I had
to.
never had any kind of
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
animosity towards you, and I wasn't upset with you. I mean, given your life before you were a police officer, how could you not know?
Mhm.
Everyone knew who Eddie was. Everyone knew who Titanium was.
Yeah.
So,
You know what that man asked me once? I was at the
what's that?
tuner shop. And he pulled me aside while I was on duty. You know that man tried to offer me at one point a way for me to feed him the information of the PD's response and their aggression, so he could prepare for the races. And I never did it. Never had a
I'm
reason
glad you
to.
didn't.
Yeah, I never did it, but it was it was tempting because before I joined the PD, I drove a little purple pickup truck, to Yosemite, bunch of B-class races. It was a good time. It was fun, and I told everybody at the PD that my reason for leaving is because I see a second chance at life. And I told Ziggy that I have aspirations that I would like to bring back. It's part of the reason I actually have the tattoo on my left arm. It's because of the name I went the actual name I went under, excuse me. It was a big part of me early on.
Hmm. Interesting.
But I was telling Ziggy, and I asked him in confidence. I said, "You know, I won't say anything, but do you know anyone I should talk to?" And he mentioned that it might be worth my time to reach out and have a conversation with you to maybe get a feel for what the scene's looking like nowadays.
As in racing?
From the conversation I had earlier, I hear it's pretty fucked. It's pretty
Oh, there's a race happening right now.
is there?
Yeah. But it's I don't know. I haven't been around a lot in the past couple of weeks or so. But whenever I ask about racing, it's never an overly positive response, although people seem to be enjoying the night races, which are chaotic to say the least.
Yeah. I spoke with somebody earlier. I don't know if you know of a Hazel Havgreaves.
Yeah, I know Hazel very well.
I like Hazel. Um, very very big car junkie. I bought an advanced repair kit from him earlier and spoke with him. And Hazel told me that the scene is relatively fucked right now. And I asked him, I said, are, B races no longer B races? And he said the problem is that the balance of everything feels like an imbalance. The
Correct.
etiquette in racing is not good.
Correct. Only way to do it would be to invite only races would be the play. That's the only way to deal with it. Although you can just kick people from races that you put up if you want to.
That's good.
But you know how people are. Ego Andes and all that kind of stuff will always fuck up that kind of situation. But I think the only way to do it is an invite only thing, really.
I think that's the only way to see it work.
Yeah. Honestly, makes everyone feel a bit more special too if they get an invite to something.
Yeah, I brought that up with Hazel earlier. I said, has anyone considered exclusivity? He's like, I don't know. No one's decided to want to rally the troops. And I told him, I said, the only way you're going to make it work is if there's stipulations that involve the etiquette, the type of car, turbos, whatever you got to do. There needs to be some kind of system in place that everybody follows so that the fairest outcome happens. Because he was telling me that some people right now in races are having a 20-second lead,
Yeah.
which is fucking insane to think about. If you're riding a perfect line, but the guy in front of you has a 20-second lead,
There's
that's
so many
insane.
factors in that. It's not just driving. There's locals, everything, you know.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I 100% see that there's probably a lot more to it than maybe I know. Um, I know the scenes change probably insanely different than when I did it.
Yeah, it's unless they're united for a specific person, it's a husk of what it was, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's coming from me, so.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think I'm wasting my time maybe putting passion back into it?
No. I'd help you.
Okay. Well, let me start off by asking this then. In a $300,000 range, what's a good car?
Add another 300,000 onto that and you're in the right area.
Damn. Okay. I have two cars
Yeah.
I got to sell from the PD. I'm kind of 50-50 on selling my Scout or just decommissioning it, to be honest.
Can you decommission it?
I think so.
Is it even good? Do you want it? Like, do you really want a cop car?
Well, I mean, hear me out. If I could decommission it, right, I would have to see what the stipulation is. But I know people that have already offered me.
Buddy. I'm just gonna be blunt with you, okay?
Yeah.
Every time I have seen police chasing any of the street racers, they are miles behind. That's
I
down
agree.
anywhere from, shit, I would just sell it, get something better.
I agree.
Cop cars are fucking trash.
Hazel already offered me 400 for the Scout if I could decommission it, which is why I'm questioning it. As long as I can sell it, is it worth keeping it as a possible investment, or am I shooting myself in the foot?
I would ask the government before you do something like that.
Yeah, that's why I told him that I need to speak to my command and speak to the government, was exactly what I told him.
Yeah. I don't know what the rules are for selling those things. I mean, I know I remember back in the day, people sold their CVPIs and
Got crucified.
the government were not very happy about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a wake-up call for a lot of people. But yeah.
People got to think more, man. It's not difficult.
It's not.
So why the fuck would you want a cop car as a criminal anyway? It's just, ugh.
It's not. It's really not worth it. There's a reason I haven't done it, and there's a reason I haven't followed through with it. I think I'd rather sell it and just dump it. I have a car that I could probably get 80 for, and I'm assuming I mean, honestly, if I got 80 for both, puts me at 160 with 2 weeks notice if I work a little consistently during that time. Our pay is insane. Our pay is criminal in itself. I don't know how the hell government hasn't collapsed.
You think your pay is good? All right.
3,500 an hour?
You know, Flop, when you get after this conversation, go to the courthouse, or if you've got your MDT on you, check my profile.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I could pull up the one on my phone. Just give me 2 seconds. Two more seconds. All right, well, shit's fucked on the mobile, so I'll take your word on it. I can't pull it up right now.
All right.
Unless you want to take a ride
go
down.
and check that.
Yeah.
Well,